assignment just one day before it's due, completing a project just in time for its deadline. We have all done this, right? Why do we keep doing this? Are we just lazy or is there a reason behind it? Most of us just procrastinate, which means we keep delaying things or putting off things even though we know that it's important to complete them immediately. And some of us are purely lazy. We just don't want to do it because we don't care about the consequences. Hi guys, my name is Priya. Welcome back to my channel. In my childhood, I always completed things way before the deadline. But my sister would always wait for the last minute to complete everything. Seeing her like that would always build up my stress levels because she would pull all-nighters, she would do things while traveling, which I could never get my head around. Anyway, from this example, I'm just trying to tell you the difference between procrastination and laziness. She was just procrastinating. She knows she has to get it done, but just couldn't get herself to do it until the last minute because maybe she had a lot of reasons like waiting for the perfect mood, waiting for the perfect time, ideas or whatever. So procrastinating is delaying things but being responsible and completing them in time. But this involves a lot of stress. And being lazy is not stressing at all, even though it's way past the deadline, because you just don't care. I hope it's clear now what's the difference between procrastination and laziness. Even though we know the difference, they often go hand in hand. And the result is delay in our projects, delay in achieving our goals. So what are we supposed to do about it? How can we stop procrastinating? But before I tell you that, please give this video a like so that it reaches more people. So coming back to the point, here are 5 ways you can stop procrastinating. These are not the only ways, but at least you can start from here. Number 1, make a to-do list. Every day in the morning, the most important reason why we keep putting things away is we don't put things on the paper and it's hard for us to decide. And when we think about all the things that we need to do that day, we feel overwhelmed and we become stressed. Finally, we lose the motivation and completely postpone those tasks for another day. But when we put those things on paper and try and think through them, it will give us an idea of what is important and what is not, leading us to our next point, which is number 2, prioritize your tasks every day. When we have too many tasks at hand, we tend to do the simple ones first. And sometimes the most important tasks are the difficult ones. So when we put them last, we fail to act on them if we end up taking too much time for the simple tasks. So instead, if we prioritize our tasks based on their importance, doing the hard things first, this will make it easier for us to work on the simple tasks later in the day when we are tired or our batteries are completely dimming out. So every day decide what is the one most important task that you need to do that day, and also define your no matter what. That is like your running, your exercise, your cooking, whatever your routine is. Makes sense, right? Number 3, the nothing alternative. Do your thing or nothing. This was a strategy which was discovered by a famous novelist, Raymond Chandler. He used this to avoid procrastinating on his daily writing. His rule was to do the writing or do nothing at all. No doing other things like reading, talking to someone, none of those. It just means he had to sit with his thoughts and do nothing else if he wasn't writing for a specific amount of time in the day. How long can you sit idle? Of course, we have social media, phones to distract us. This rule means you're not allowed anything for that specific time except for the task you're supposed to do. It worked for him. It might work for us too. After all, how long can you sit doing nothing, right? So I'm going to give it a try. Number 4, do the next doable thing. When we start doing a project or start working on a presentation, we sometimes procrastinate because of all the things that need to be done in order to complete the task. We lose the little bit of motivation we have. But when we are becoming overwhelmed like this, the best thing you can do is to do the most simple task which can be done. For example, give a name to your project or give a name to your presentation. This will help you feel relieved that you're at least one step closer to the finish line. And the motivation will automatically kick in, and this will help you finish whatever you have started. So next time you feel like procrastinating, think about one simple thing which you can do now, even if it's just things like making a phone call, writing a plan, or whatever is the simplest task. Number 5, get into the mood or the environment. Every one of us has a suitable environment which helps us to focus. For me, it's a quiet, calm environment with no distractions at all. Some of you might be able to work even in public places, sitting in a corner of a Starbucks or a Costa. If you want to stop procrastinating, you need to be in the right environment. For example, most of us procrastinate because we think of all the things that need to be done while lying down in the bed or on the couch. We do the next doable thing, that is, go back to sleep or watch the TV. So the environment is also crucial for us to start working on something. So what I do is wake up, get ready, and get to my table and sit there long enough till I start working and get going. So these are the steps you can take when you want to do something but you feel like postponing it, even though that's very important and it needs to be done. I hope this video gave you a clarity on the difference between procrastination and laziness and how you can stop procrastinating. If you did like this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in this video right here. Until then, you take care.